Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. I may look familiar, I may not, but it's your boy SneakerHead in the Bay. Let's get it. We're gonna be looking at different sorts of brushes and when you should use certain brushes to clean your sneakers. So without any further ado, let's get it poppin'. So I've been restoring shoes for a little over 10 years now, and there's a lot of knowledge that I soaked up over the years. So with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I learned so you guys don't make the same mistakes that I made when I first started. The two sneakers we're going to be using today for demonstration purposes are the Vans Skate Highs and the Concord 11s. I chose those two just to give you guys a variety of different materials that we're going to work with and what we have to think of before we use our brushes. So let's get into it. Before we get started, I think it's a good idea to just run down each brush and what it is used for. We have the horsehair brush. This has very soft bristles, so generally this is used to dust off any excess dust off of the shoes before you start cleaning. I highly recommend doing this whenever your shoes get muddy, whenever you have just a bunch of dirt and grime just built up to it. It's a good idea to just go ahead and hit it with this to knock all of that off and make your life a lot easier. The next one that we have is the Angelus all-purpose brush. This one is extremely powerful because it allows you to clean basically any material without damaging it. This is a suede brush that comes in the Angelus suede kit. Now this is a little bit of a harder bristle, as you guys may be able to hear, and this is used to reset the nap in your suede whenever you're done cleaning it and they're dry. Lastly, I'm going to be showing you the brush that comes with the all-purpose foam cleaner, one of my favorite brushes to use on outsoles and midsoles. The hard bristles on this brush makes cleaning everything a lot easier. As you can see, the outsoles are pretty dirty, so we're going to be doing a test to show you how a hard bristle brush cleans the outsole versus a softer bristle brush. For demonstration purposes, I'll be using the harder bristle on this part of the sneaker, and I'll use the softer bristle for this part, just to show you guys it is extremely important to use the right brush whenever you're cleaning your shoes. Harder bristle brush. And it's also very important to let the brush do the work. You don't really have to add too much pressure on the shoe. If you're using the right brush, you don't have to worry about anything. Let the brush do the job. Wow, I mean, look at that. This part looks brand new already. Now we're gonna use the softer bristle brush for this area right here. Wipe this off. And here we have it. At first you might be like, oh wow, this actually looks super clean. And to be honest, it does. But with the softer bristle brush, we weren't able to get rid of the dirt in this area just because this area is a high use area. So the dirt is gonna most likely be caked up a lot thicker in this region. So what we have to do is we have to use our harder bristle brush to get rid of any excess dirt that remains. And just like that, it looks like a brand new shoe. Now if I wanted to clean the midsole of this sneaker, I probably wouldn't want to use the harder bristle brush. This is a lot softer material than the rubber outsole, so I would probably damage it if I use the harder bristle brush. So if you were to clean this, you would definitely use the softer bristle brush down there. These shoes have been sitting for the past few years, so they're pretty dirty, they're pretty dusty, and what I would recommend doing is hitting it with a horsehair brush. Like I mentioned before, this will get rid of any dirt or dust that's just sitting on the shoe. This brush is extremely soft, so you don't have to worry about ruining any material with this. I think using this before you start cleaning your shoes is a great habit, so that's why I use this horsehair brush. And whenever you're working with suede, you have to be cautious of how you're working with the brush. So whenever I work on a shoe with suede, I go ahead and just go in a circular motion. So you're just gonna let the solution in the brush do its thing. We're just gonna soak it and just lightly go over the top. Just like that. And whenever you're cleaning suede, I would recommend just patting it down because you could transfer the dye that's used in the suede to other materials of the shoe. Once you clean your sneakers and they are dry, sometimes on certain materials, it might dry a bit differently. So for this pair right here, the suede does get very hard whenever it does get wet. It's pretty stiff. Now in no way, shape, or form is this because of the sneaker cleaner. It's just the sort of material that we're working with. That's one misconception that I wanted to clear up, and this could easily be fixed by using this suede brush that comes in the Angelus suede kit. Now pairing this with mink oil will bring everything back and also rejuvenate and moisturize the suede on your sneakers. It's pretty stiff. So I use this on leather, suede, nubuck, and you can use it on a few other things as well. We're just gonna spray our mink oil. Once it's sprayed, we're gonna go left and right, very lightly on the shoe, and that'll bring everything back. This also waterproofs it, so if you get stuck in a situation where it starts raining, you don't have to worry about your shoes getting wet ever again. There we go. Nice and soft again. So to summarize everything, we use our horsehair brush to go ahead and dust off any excess dirt or grime that's on the sneaker. It just gets the top layer off to make our job a lot easier. The premium sneaker brush is used for any kind of material. This goes for leather, suede, mesh, nubuck, etc, etc. You don't have to worry about damaging anything with this brush, but like I said before, you want to let this brush do its thing with the cleaner and not apply too much pressure whenever you're cleaning something. This suede brush right here mixed with mink oil will reset the nap on any of your suede shoes. This goes for like Timberlands, Raging Bull 5s, any suede shoe. After you wash it, sometimes the suede may get hard, so you use this right here to reset the nap, and we use the mink oil to rejuvenate and give the nubuck color again. So this brush is extremely important, one of the more slept on brushes in my opinion, because a lot of people come to me saying, my suede got stiff after I cleaned my sneakers. It's because you didn't hit it with this. And lastly, the brush that is on top of the all-purpose foam cleaner works extremely well for outsoles and midsole combinations that do not have paint on them. That's about it, y'all. I hope y'all learned something. If you guys want to check out my channel, you'll find that at SneakerHead in the Bay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. I'm out. Peace.